My advice to the Pacers was the same advice I had for the Timberwolves, which is keep it close. If you keep it close, there's always a chance because the Thunder, one issue they have is their clutch numbers aren't great, especially these playoffs. They have only 2 clutch wins this playoff, once against Denver and one against um, Minnesota. Now, that necessarily number doesn't reflect much because most of the games were not in the clutch. So that's the situation. One game of finals hoops on a Thursday night. The Pacers upset the Oklahoma City Thunder and win by 1. Halliburton makes a crazy shot. We're going to get into all of it. My name is Shlomo Stark.
My name is Levi Jacob.
And this is the daily basketball recap in 15 minutes or less. Levi. Well, Thunder fans know how Knicks fans feel. Who know how Cavs fans feel. Who know how Bucks fans feel. They've been doing this all playoffs. You watch the game?
Yeah.
So I'm watching this game, and it's one of the craziest games ever because Indiana wasn't playing well the entire game. They were turning the ball over, and I was sure we would come on this podcast and start debating, is this one of the greatest defensive teams of our lifetime? They had like 19 turnovers in the first half. Nobody on the Pacers scored more than 20 points. Is just complete dominance. But something was happening, which was they were up 13. They were up 11, up 9, up 11, up 14, up 15, up 9. They were always up, but there was always up just enough to scare you. And with about 7 minutes left, they were up 15 or 9 minutes, maybe it was. And I was like, there's no way. I really thought this. I was thinking, there's no way they can do what they did to the Knicks. There's no way. Like, the Thunder are going to win this game. And it just gets closer, and Turner hits that bank 3, and Nembhard hits the step back 3, and Dort gets that block, and you're like, it's over. It's over. That's the greatest block I've ever seen. That was amazing. And then Jalen Williams misses a 3. All of a sudden, the airball of 3, and Siakam gets the rebound, gets it in. They're down 1. SGA misses the 2 that he's hit every single time this year. Every single time to put him up 3. No timeout. Halliburton does what he's done countless times and scores, and we have a series. That's what I'm most excited about. We have a series. It is 1-0 Pacers. They've gone up 1-0 in every single playoff series this year. I want to read you 2 more Pacer stats, which I think is crazy. And then I'll let you cook. Teams when trailing by 9+ points in the final minutes of an NBA Finals game since 1971 are 1-182. They were 0-100, 0-181 a couple hours ago. This is my new favorite one. This is props to Micah Adams for tweeting this. I have no way to prove that he's right, but Pacers have now a win every round with this probability: 0.3%, 2.1%, 4.1%, and 2.6%. The odds of winning all those is 1 in 75 million. Okay? The odds of getting struck by lightning twice in a lifetime is 1 in 9 million. And the odds of dying by a shark attack are 1 in 3.75 million. And the Pacers accomplished something that is 1 in 75 million likely. Again, this is Micah Adams. Great tweet by him. Great way to do the work. I have no way to prove if those are actually the odds of getting struck by lightning twice or getting killed in a shark attack, or even that it's 1 in 75 million the Pacers would win all those playoff games. but I love the stat. I think it's hilarious and just so cool to see, and just so how unlikely this is that they keep doing this. Halliburton is 11 of 13 on like last second shots this season, no, this playoffs. SGA had 38 points. It didn't matter. Chet, I don't know. We were talking about Chet, like we love Chet going into this series. Chet played um how many minutes? 23 minutes. Isaiah Hartenstein 17 minutes. They went small. Go. Your turn.
I told you yesterday. I'm scared of this team, man. Not because I think that they'll win. I just think they're going to make it competitive, and that's exactly what happened. Like I said, they're the team that like someone will shoot a shot, and you're like, come on, there's no way. And they hit something, and you're like, what just happened? And that's exactly how they came back. Like they're a really they're a really fun team to watch, and it makes me angry that they're fun to watch, and it makes me angry that they won. But they're a very good team, and anybody who's saying that the Pacers still to this point, I saw someone on Twitter being like legit. This is the first time that I turned off my TV during an NBA Finals, and then the subtweet like they like retweeted after that. They're like, yeah, I was wrong, and that's exactly what's true. Like yeah, the Thunder controlled throughout most of this game, and then they didn't. And I do think there's something to be said about the Thunder having first like a feel out game. They've kind of needed that throughout every series. Like J Dub kind of has a harder time in game ones, even though they're at home, especially throughout this playoffs have been at home. But this is exactly the perfect storm of things that I didn't want to happen. I think it ended up being that the Pacers were like the turnovers were like Pacers turnover
24
like
to 6.
27. Yeah, 24 to yeah.
24 to 6. The Pacers turned the ball over 24 times, and the Thunder turned the ball over 6 times.
That's not. It just shouldn't win you a basketball game. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing that if I'd be nervous, I'm a Thunder fan, is that this wasn't a good Pacers game. This wasn't like a Halliburton went crazy and scored 50, nothing you could do about it.
Yeah.
None of their players played particularly well. Like, they turned the ball over a lot. They were sloppy. And the Thunder still lost. That makes me
Yeah.
nervous. It wasn't like
Yeah.
you got to give it to him. Like, what are you going to do? Siakam had 40. No, SGA had 40.
Yeah.
38.
Well, listen. The overall, like, a lot of people are making bad on how the Pacers played. The Thunder shot basically 40% from the field. Like, over the course of the season, they will have more shots that went in. They shot 36 from three, which is better. But also they'll figure them out a little bit more. Like, I don't know. I think that this is like this isn't decide the series. There's a reason why I picked the Thunder in 6 is because the Pacers team, like, they have fight in them. They're like I told you I don't count out Rick Carlisle. He always finds some sort of way to do something, which makes it even funnier that they fired him from the Pistons. That remember, like, that was the whole thing we were talking about before with the Knicks.
Yeah.
You know, um, maybe that triggered him. Now he's like coaching extra well, but he's a really, really good coach who really figures out what to do. Like, he's very resourceful. But I think so is Mark Diagno. So I like you said, like if the Pacers win this game, does it change my prediction of the series? No, I still think it's Thunder in 6 because I still think it's Thunder in 4. Still think it's Thunder in 6 because this is the kind of dynamic team that they've proven themselves to be. Is they adjust and they grow from their past losses and experiences, and I think in most of their series you actually don't see the best version of them in game 1. So I'm really not worried still if the Pacers go up 2-0, obviously it's a different story. But I think it was just a disappointing end to a game for a Thunder fan. Is the truth. Like we've been doing this for years. Like when they went up 3-1 against the Warriors, like in 2016, I was like, all my friends were like, dude, like you're there, you know. And I was like, don't say anything yet. We're against the Warriors. This Pacers team has a certain quality that's similar to the Warriors in regards to shot selection and then shot making, where you're like, Tyrese Halliburton is the most janky looking shot I've ever seen in my life. He shoots like that. That too. Like I'm telling you that for sure. All the players on defense were like, "Oh, he just got up an uncomfortable shot. There's no way that's going in." It's like, no, actually, that's Tyrese Halliburton's like regular shot. So yeah, it's not what I wanted to come on here today and have the conversation about in regards to them winning today. But it's okay. It's okay. We'll get them. We'll get them next game. We'll get them next game. But it was really props to the Pacers. They played a great game. Like towards the end, they really stuck in there. Like it's hard to always keep the hope, keep the faith. But they did. They did, and they won. They ended up pulling it out.
I'm speechless. Can't believe it. I'm stunned. I was stunned.
It was really crazy. Like also
This is the finals,
props
man.
to
This is the finals.
yeah, props to Max
I
for bringing it to our attention. By the way, is that
this
the
is the
Pacers did not
best.
have a single player on their team that scored 20 points, over 20 points.
Yeah, this is the best game won in a finals since 2018, the J.R. Smith
Is that the
game.
LeBron? Yeah, 100%,
That
100%.
was there's not since that game. I've been like that game got me pumped for the finals, even though it was actually a really lame finals after that. That broke them. I don't think this will break the like. This would be the opposite. This would be if like Cleveland won that game. So they like where I don't think if Cleveland winning that game would break the Warriors. I don't think this broke the Thunder. But this was the best game won. You can just quickly run through it. The one after 2018 was Raptors Warriors. No. Lakers Heat. No. Bucks Phoenix. No. Denver Miami. No. Boston Golden State. No. Boston. Who'd Boston beat? Not Miami. They're in the East. Who'd Boston beat? Boston Mavericks. No. So
Yeah, I think also what's funny is that usually in the finals, right, like the pressure and everything you see go up a level. I feel like to this point, the Pacers and Thunder have been playing very pressure-filled series. Even this game felt like it went up a level.
Um, yes, it really did, and it
Like
was great. Also, the
it was
Pacers didn't
awesome.
play with pace.
But they did play with
There,
Neesmith, by the way. We
yeah,
talked
and
about it before the podcast, but he was supposed to be out for the first 1 and 2 games. And what the heck, man?
he's never gonna miss a shot in the fourth quarter again. To quote Bill Simmons. By the way, to quote Bill Simmons, it is so great having Zach Lowe in my life right now. Like that, him and just Bill Simmons just get on the pod after. No, it's so nice.
It's
Like they
great.
go
It's great.
live right after. I get to listen to them before I start this. Like it's just great. A lot of what I said is
I
based on them.
I just also like the fact that I think that people have tried to make the argument over the course of the season that like the Thunder are a juggernaut. What people are not appreciating is that the Pacers are also a very good team. You should like I appreciate the fact that these that Bill Simmons and Zach Lowe are talking about the different parts of these teams that get them excited for this matchup, that get them excited for the rest of this series, because there's a lot to look forward to. Like I told you this earlier in the playoffs that like I don't want it to just be a blowout. I want it to be competitive. I have more fun with it being competitive. I think that you get better like I want all these people to be like, oh, small market teams, oh, they suck. I want them all of them to be like, no, 100%. This was the correct outcome. These are the two. Like everyone thought that it was maybe Boston Thunder or Cleveland Thunder, whatever. Pacers have come to play. This is like really the matchup
They have.
that we deserve. That we deserve.
They have. Like we said before, this is the finals for the basketball junkies.
Yeah,
And
really.
that was a great game of basketball. There is potential here for the best final since 2016.
I hope. Good. Let's get a
Um,
rivalry going.
there
Let's
is
go.
potential. Um, Anything else before we go? I will say Twitter is a lot of fun. Like when there's a game winner like this, I recommend everyone go on Twitter or X and just type in Halliburton or Pacers SGA, and you just get like some like that Micah Adams tweet. I just loved. You get some of our stuff, but there's just some great content online. It's a really fun time to be online when people are
Also,
hitting game winners.
also if you ever want to give yourself a good laugh, then you look in the comments of those kinds of comments, and people are like, he's still not better than Jalen Green. You're like, what? Where did this come from? Like, who's asking you?
Baby, you go so deep into these things. I've never seen anything like that. Like you're like, click for more. Oh, click if you want to see additional offensive comments. You're like, click, and then you're like, oh yeah, that Jalen Green guy. You go so deep. So you can choose to be me and like you go like me and just casual scroll, or Levy who's like deep in NBA Twitter. He's hanging out with the Redditors. He's locking up grandmas. He's just like in another level. Um, all right, that was the daily basketball recap in 15 minutes or less. I want to thank you, Levy, for co-hosting, for producing, and just for being a great dad. And I want to thank you for listening.